Welcome to this video. In this video, I will introduce the Rayrun Casambi Master+Slave driver based on powerline communication. In the demonstration, we have a master driver. The PD200 is powered by the main voltage, 220 volt, and an output 48 DC volt to the 48 check. On the check, there's 4 lights. In the lights, there is a SDC25 CCT driver. It's a slave driver. Now I open the Casambi app and tap the icon to turn on the light. So the basic operation is quite simple as a Casambi standard one. Turn on, turn off, and slide left and right is dim up and dim down. And to adjust the warm white and cool white. It's quite basic operation. Now I hold on the icon, open the adjust menu, and we can find there's zone brightness from zone 1 to zone 4. That means we can program the lights to 4 zones. And now the lights are not programmed to zone, so I adjusted the zone. There's no reaction on the light. To program the light to the zone, you need to open the setting menu by double-clicking on the icon and find the parameters. And the last one is set subzone. And here we can set the light to different zones. And before setting the lights to different zones, we need to activate the light first. To activate the light, you just need to power off and power on. Now I will program the first light to zone 1 and need to power off and then power on. Then I go to the zone menu and select zone 1, press down. The light flash means it's already programmed to zone 1, and then we go back to the main menu. I can set up the zone 1 brightness now. And with the same operation, I can program the other 3 lights to 3 zones. Now all 4 lights are programmed to 4 zones, and I can set up each zone brightness separately. And for each zone, you can program as much as light you want. So you can program like 3 lights for zone 1, 4 to zone 2, and so on. So there's no amount limit for each zone. And this is a zone feature for the light. Now let's have a look at other advanced settings of this system. Double click on the icon, open the setup menu. And from the parameters, the first option is on-off fade time. That means to adjust the dim up and dim down timing when you turn on and turn off the light. The default is 20, and we can go to a longer time, maybe like 50. Let's have a look at how it will dim for 5 seconds. Turn off, dimming down. In duration of 5 seconds and dimming up. There is another very important feature for the slave drivers, that we are using the full-time DC dimming to dim the light. It's not high frequency exempt, so it is 100% flicker free. And now I will turn off the environment light. Then let's have a look at the dimming procedure for the duration of 5 seconds. Now I lock the expose setting of the camera and adjust the brightness to maximum. And let's have a look at dimming up and dimming down. So now turning off and turning on with 5 seconds duration. So it's full-time DC dimming without any flickering. And we can even make a very critical testing at very low brightness. For example, I set the brightness to 0.8%. It's a very low brightness, and we almost cannot see anything from the light. Now I turn the light to aim to the lens. This is a very critical test. And let's see what's the performance at this brightness of dimming up and dimming down. Turn off. It's dimming down with duration of 5 seconds. Turn on. So you can find it's very smooth and it's totally flicker free. Again, off and on. Okay, this is a very critical testing. And we turn the light back and to check other settings. Let's continue on the advanced setting of the light. Double click on the icon and open the menu to see the second setting. The second setting is dimming curve. We can select the dimming curve from logarithm to linear or to optimized logarithm with different dimming time. The default is optimized logarithm. And the third one is current trim. For current trim, we can adjust the driving current of the light with a 5% step to decrease the driving current of each light. For example, the light is now set to 200 milliamp, and if I go to 50% trim, that means the driving current is go down to 100 milliamp for each light. So this is advanced setting to adjust the brightness. When some light is too bright, you can make a current trim to adjust the brightness a little bit lower. And this option is open for end users, so there's no risk to destroy the light. And for advanced current setting, we can find the fourth option. It's set current for activated slave. That means we can set up the rated working current of each slave light. We can input the driving current from 100 to 1400 milliamp by the step with 1 milliamp. So for example, I want to set up any current like 201 milliamp and press OK to set to the slave drivers. But of course, the slave drivers do not respond to this command because this is a very high risk command. For example, if I write a very high current 1400 to the slave lights, this current will destroy the lighting fixture immediately. So it's a very high risk. And to avoid this risk, we said you must activate the slave first. To activate the slave, the operation is same as the zone feature. For example, I go to a lower current. If I want to write this current to the light, I need to power off the light first and power on again. And in 10 seconds, input the current and press OK. Now this light is activated and it accepts the new current setting is 205 milliamp. And after receiving a new current setting, the slave drive will adjust the light on and off and brightness high and low, adapt to the lighting fixture to make a full-time DC dimming. So this is normal. And I will try it again for the second light. Maybe I want to go to 267 and need to power off and power on to activate and press OK. It will dim up and dim down with 2 color temperature, and then after that the current is set. So we can set the current to all individual light with a very detailed current setting. Can be detailed to 1 milliamp. So this is the advanced features of the Master+Slave drivers. You can set up different zones. You can adjust the fading time from 0 to 25.5 seconds. You can select the dimming curve from logarithm or linear, and you can trim the current to a lower value, and also you can set the current for each light. This is the basic operation and the features of the Rayrun Casambi Master+Slave drivers based on PLC. Thanks for watching.